And we'll just do things that way. It seems much easier. Like, it seems way more considerate, it seems way more time valuable, it seems like a much better investment, so let's do that. Who knows, you know what, maybe we'll acquire some Ergo from this cave. Maybe there will be a boss at the end of it or something, and maybe we can use that to be able to upgrade our new weapon. Alright, so the gate is now open. Let's rest at this Stargazer, that way it points this one as our most recent. So if we need to go back in a hurry, we can do that.
Oh, you're here. See? I told you I'd do it. No trace of Alidoro inside, though. And the Hermit's cave itself is too deep for me. My next stop is the relic of Trismegistus, one of Alidoro's favorite treasure hunting grounds. I'm curious why he'd go back there time after time. Oh, maybe I'm getting the hang.
So there's obviously more to Alidoro than we first were led to believe. He's a multi-layered entity, like, as an NPC. That has me very curious.
I'm trying to track down Mr. Alidoro.
Okay, he says we'll catch up later, so I guess it's into the Cave of Wonders for us. Okay, that's definitely a trap. I'm not walking through that. I'm not an idiot. Alright, so this place is booby-rigged. That's good to know. Ah, okay. There's enemies and shit here, too. Okay. There's more to this canyon shit, of course. Didn't expect this to be a purely gravity-centric area. Like, I did, but I didn't. So, I didn't expect them to structure it like this. Okay. There must have been a tripwire there that I missed. Yeah, there was. Okay, there was a tripwire right here. That's why this rock is jutted out of the wall like that. Yeah, just want to get that shit out of here. I need to move. These are just like normal dudes. Okay, this is fine. Never mind, I thought they were all going to be like really highly upgraded enemies. That's what I was worried about. Got a Dark Moon Moonstone. We can't jump there. It looks like we might be able to jump that, but it seems a little bit risky. And there's a ladder right here, so instead of doing that, let's go down the ladder. Let's also be very aware of our surroundings, because there's obviously going to be a lot of enemy traps and a lot of booby traps and rigs and shit like that, so... I want to make sure I'm watching out for tripwires and, like, landmines and, like, all sorts of other shit. You know, banana peels that they just happen to fucking forget to pick up and throw away? Stuff like that. Let's take it really slow and steady. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's not do anything stupid. Definitely seems like the kind of place where they would stash one of those really strong enemies. There's a blanket inside with a soul item on it, which means there's either an enemy in the corner, or something is going to drop down. Something's going to break through a wall. That wall looks like it's breakable. Maybe not. I guess not. Okay. Place is contaminated too. There isn't much extra water left. The kind hermit helped me, but he knows he's not going to last much longer either. Terrible mutations from the side effects of the petrification disease neutralization process. Many people of Krat will turn into carcasses, the alchemist's monsters. My friends are the only thing that comes to my mind in my final moments. Lumiccio is ill, Sophia is missing, Lorenzini lost hope, H is dead, and here I am, Medoro. We risked our lives and fought from each post, but sometimes there are no rewards. Still, some things are left, something even power and lies can't hide. The truth. Someone will unearth the truth, someone will unveil the lie, taking the extra step forward with the people coming behind. I believe that was my role. I am Medoro the reporter. My weapon was my pen and the truth. Now I leave my records to you who visit this place. From Medoro. Alright, so Medoro was obviously the reporter and like the sleuth that was kind of working on the Krat case from behind the scenes and discovering the source of the Ergo and the alchemist's true intentions and all that kind of stuff. And how they were like fucking with people's bodies to create the corpses and do experimentations. So we have that area to go to over there, but obviously that's our progression route forward, so I think going down here for this is probably better. Doesn't appear to be any tripwires, there's no enemy ambushes, so I think we're safe to go ahead. Let's also pull out the falcon eyes for this area. We'd probably make more tactical use of it given our terrain. There's another tripwire right there. Nobody behind me. Oh, this dude. That's obviously a bigger lady with a weapon. Oh. Goodbye. Alright, let's wait for her to get on the beam, because then she can only move one way, and I don't have to worry about her, like, dodging out of the way of the thing. Nobody's gonna climb up over the side, we don't have to worry about that. We've already killed all these enemies. Half moon, that's good. Nothing down there, it would appear. I have an extra wide expanse over here, so I'm a little bit worried about that. There appears to be a stargazer up there, though, so we're almost to our shortcut, kind of. Call it that. We have this ladder right here. This is a little bit of a tricky area. That's one of the bigger enemies with the fire canisters, so let's falconize the fuck out of her down real quick. Pop her with multiple, so we don't have to deal with her. Maybe we can get some fire on her for some extra damage. Okay, she's down to half health, that's fine. Now we can see the true regenerative ability of the Falcon Eyes. She's coming forward now that I've pissed her off, though, so there is that to worry about and consider. Nobody down at the base of this ladder. There's this dude that's patrolling back and forth. He might be best to take care of first. Oh wait, she got up. Fuck. Another enemy off to my side, I see. It's coming up, too. I gotta do this quickly. Perfect. Great execution on my part. We're not gonna go for the box until we eliminate all the area, enemies. Gonna be stupid. Luckily, she's a dumbass. By going for us. Nice. GG's. Perfect. Okay, I don't see any foot traps. I don't see any tripwires. I don't see any mines. I don't see anything like that. I don't think there's any enemies that are going to jump off and ambush us from the top. No enemies hanging off the side. Okay, that area is complete except for the box and that item. And that seems like a dead end, so let's backtrack a little bit and take care of that. Got a quartz. Phenomenal. Got a chain. Not so phenomenal, but I'll take it anyway because I'm greedy. Alrighty then. Up the ladder it is. And this is our stargazer, yes? Pretty much. No extra enemy, no bullshit, no trap. Phenom. Okay, so obviously this is the second half of this area, and this is gonna get crazier, I would imagine. Okay, so the crystal's just gonna respawn if I break it. We already established that with the previous area. They don't stay once you've destroyed them. Oh, it's another one of those big dudes with the axe, isn't it? Okay, here's my plan. Take out this guy first. Phenomenal. Take out this guy first. Let's head down and take care of her. This up. We haven't aggroed the dude yet. There's no other enemies that are loose. Let's take our falcon eyes and get a magazine going. Let's target the crystal from here. See if this is functional. Okay, we have to beat them with regular attacks. Okay, that sucks. I don't want to fight the guy over here. What does the train look like up there? Not much better. Okay, so if I'm gonna do this, let's do this first. And this is probably... Oh wait, hold on. There's something better that I could do. Let's do that. Yeah. Great strategy on my part. Very well played. Yep. Black steel cutter blade and black steel handle. That weapon looks sick. That looks like a greatsword that does fire, maybe? But there's even more to this area. Okay. When it goes to a fucking... Okay. Goes through the canyon wall. Figured as much. There's another trap here. Let's be careful of the train. I don't want to swing myself off. Good shit. That was a really crazy setup right there, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I already triggered the trap, so that's good. Or at least they did. Somebody did. There's another one. Where's that gonna come from, though? Ah. Okay. I couldn't see that past the wall. Somebody behind me. Good shit. Okay, good. No more traps, no more nonsense, no more bullshit, no more ambushes, no more enemies. The water's strange. I'm not sure when it started, but my tears and blood have also turned blue. I've seen the revelation of the blue butterfly. They've asked me to free them from this prison of time. Oh boy. Fairy is the fairy is crying. The hands on the clock have gone round and round. Find the boy's future. Well, let's take another couple of those. Put on another fire abrasive. We're able to just overwhelm him with damage and sheer fucking monster output. Misty Era. Okay, so that must have been the Hermit. That must have been the Hermit. Okay. That's all done. Nothing else to collect. No other bullshit. I leave the butterflies writing here. Remember, you are human. Now it's time to get out of the string. We have a safe as well. Black Cat's hunting apparel into quartz. Nice. Check out that drip, shall we? Oh, nice. That looks pretty gnarly, I'm not gonna lie. I kinda like that. Yeah, you know what? We haven't had a change up in a hot minute. I think we also got a new mask, too. Yeah, check that out. God damn. The Robber Weasel's mask. It may look ridiculous and non-impressive, but its ability to instill fear in the dark is unmatched. The robber believed she could escape the city once the next empty house was ransacked. She never imagined that this world would be her last excursion. Yeah, honestly, that looks pretty sick. Let's rock this for a while. It's kind of nice. I dig it. Okay, let's make sure there are no other pickups. It was quite a pain in the ass to get over here, so... Yeah, okay, there doesn't appear to be anything else. Let's pop our consumable ergos, and, let's double back to the hotel, I suppose. We have some quartz to use. We can buy a couple things. We can't really buy everything that we need, but we probably have enough income to be able to buy maybe 2 of the things that we need. Maybe in plus 1 weapon upgrade. I believe we already bought the Legion caliber, but I could be wrong, and we didn't exactly get another one throughout all that trouble. But that was a neat little side area. And it's about 3 hours in. Okay, so we have a Legion caliber, and we have 2 quartz we can use. We only have 9 grand. And the moonstones cost quite a bit. Okay, we're definitely not gonna have enough to buy everything, of course. Let's upgrade our weapon real quick. Black steel cutter blade. Great sword type. And I'm assuming it does fire, right? Yeah, fire attack. And it has Fable Arts as a Storm Slash and Guard Parry. I don't really like those. I probably would dig the blade, though, if I swap the weapon around, so I think I'm gonna upgrade that, and that's what I'll take to off screen, is I'll upgrade these two weapons, and that'll be what I do in between for the next stream. So now we have our 2 Dragon Sword at +4, and I think the max is +5. Maybe it's +6, but I don't know. And the other weapon doesn't appear to be a boss tier weapon, so I guess let's start upgrading that while I'm here. Fuck it, why not? Where is it? Oh, there it is. I just saw it. There it is. Let's start dumping a fuck ton of resources into this thing, because I think this thing is going to be really beastly. This is exactly what I stocked up on moonstones for. Because the enemies that I was fighting were dropping a shit ton of Ergo, and that's why I said that I was kind of grinding, just to be able to get upgraded materials, so that's what I was doing off stream. Okay. We have a record to play. I guess let's do that while we go invest our quartz, and that'll be the last thing we do for this stream. And it's a short song, too, so that works out perfectly. That's honestly ideal. We don't have any boss Ergo to deliver to Aladoro, and we don't know where Aladoro is anyway. And I believe it's at least realistic to believe that he was part of the Hotel Ransack as well. So I don't think he's exactly our homie, as we thought. I mean, I think he was our homie to a degree, but he was also a means to an end. Like, he was purposed for boss weapons, and that's pretty much it. It's obvious that he has his own agenda going on, we just don't know what that is. But it's obviously that he has some level of involvement with the Black Rabbit Brotherhood and the Alchemists, at least. Let's see. We definitely have to get the extra Fable slots. I know we have 3 right now, so let's see if this gives us 2 more instead of just 1 more, but it's probably going to be 1. We've already done an item type, and we've done a ability type, so we're going to have to go survival or attack, but there's nothing in attack that I want, really. Enhanced Fatal Attack 1. Actually, I do want that, believe it or not. I do want that. There are numerous times where that could have come in handy already. So for the rest of our quartz investments, I don't know how many are left in the game, but I think I'm going to start going for stone and cube uses. So if there's at least 7 more quartz, I think the cube is going to be the last thing I want to invest for. Enhanced Charge Stagger Attack, Enhanced Fable Arts Attack 1, that would be good. Enhances Weapon Attack when durability is maxed, Enhanced Weapon Attack when discharged, Enhanced Ambush Stagger Attack, Enhanced Perfect Guard Destruction 1. I also want that too, actually. Let's go for that. I still do not know what the change shape feature does, so I guess we're gonna have to fuck with that at a different time. So let's listen to the rest of this record play out before I end stream, and I guess I'll see you guys later. It's been a pretty productive one. I feel like we got a pretty good handful of progress. I think the worst part of it was being stuck on the Corrupt Parade Master for as long as I was, because that was a little bit fruity. But we got quite a bit done. I have some stuff to do off stream. There's no other real areas to explore. We've killed all the side bosses and stuff in between. We've done all the butterfly grinding and farming. We took out, like, what, 2 or 3 bosses this time around? Pretty good. We got some weapon upgrades in. We found a couple things that we can experiment with. We've done some personal upgrades. We've gotten a fuck ton of quartz in the latter half of the game, which is always grand. We have a new Legion arm to play around with and test out and see if we can get it to work at its full capacity. And, yeah. I think we've nailed quite a bit. We've done quite a bit this stream, so I'm pretty happy with that. Got some really good progress in. I guess the last thing I can really do is set up for next time, so I guess we'll take the Carrier's Amulet Plus. Let's see, physical damage reduction goes up quite massively. It's really good. And our weight and encumbrance is going to be the same too. We also got another ring frame. Look at that, physical damage reduction goes even higher, and we're still not heavy yet. With all my stat investment for vigor. So phenomenal. Ideally, that's really awesome. Alright, so let me stop the record, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for coming and chilling the whole time for some Liza P. Kicked quite a bit of ass today. There was a little bit of funny stuff, but all in all, I gotta say it was a pretty good fucking run. I'm gonna host you guys off to my boy Vatic. He's streaming Liza P as well, but I do believe he's much further ahead than me unless I've managed to surpass him, and I don't know if that's the case. So, in the event that Vatic's ahead of me, I'll see you guys later, and I'll head off and fuck off so as to avoid spoilers. But if you guys don't know Vatic, definitely check him out. He's really cool. He's been a bro for a long time, and he's quite communicable, and I've been following him for quite a bit. So you guys enjoy Vatic. I'll catch you again later, and we'll probably finish out Lies of P next time, if I can manage it. And I'll catch you guys then.